Once again, welcome friends. This is the second module of week first, that is the second part of parts of speech. Friends, as you know well, in the last session, we have started the discussion on parts of speech and we have covered four parts of speeches in the last lecture. We have seen noun, verb, then adjective and pronoun in the last lecture. Now in this lecture, we are going to discuss the rest of the parts of speech. So the first is adverb. So friends, let me start today's session with these parts of speech, that is adverb. So friends, some examples are given over here that Rahul runs quickly. This is very sweet mango. He comes here daily. Now here quickly, very daily. These words are there which gives the relation between noun and verb. That how Rahul runs that quickly, or this is very sweet mango. So it gives the extra information about the verb and noun or relation between them. So the word which modifies the meaning of a verb or an adjective or another adverb, that is expression of relation of place or relation of place, time or circumstance or manner or cause or degree, that word is known as adverb. So Rahul runs quickly. So the manner is given. There is very sweet mango. That is the cause is given, degree is given, very sweet. And he comes here daily. That time is given like that. So friends, there are certain subtypes of adverbs. The first is adverb of times. Okay. So when we get the answer of when, the question when, by that adverb is known as adverb of time. So I have heard this before. That day he arrived late. So before late, these are the these adverb denotes the time. Hence, these are the adverb of times. We shall now begin to work. When we have to begin to work? Now. He called me a few minutes ago. So ago, which denotes the time. I have spoken to him already. The end soon came, like that. So these are before, late, noun, ago, already, soon. These are the adverbs which denotes the time. Hence, these are known as adverb of times. Now let's see adverb of frequency, that how often it comes, like that, because some things are there which happen frequently. So if certain adverbs denotes this frequency, that those words are known as adverb of frequency. For example, I have told you twice. So how many times? Twice. It means frequently I'm telling you, like that. I have not seen him once. I have not seen him once. So twice, once, these are the adverb of frequency. He often makes mistake. When he makes mistake, often. Some students frequently come unprepared, like that. So frequently. The postman called again. Harshal always tries to do his best, like that. So twice, once, often, frequently, again, always. These are the adverbs which denotes the frequency of that action. Hence, these are the adverb of frequency. The adverb of place. So let's see the examples. Stand here, go there. He stood up, come in or get out. Students followed their leader everywhere, like that. So these are the words which is used to denote the places: here, there, up, in, down, out, everywhere, here, like that. So these are the known as adverb of places, because we gets the answer of the question where by this. Let's see adverb of manner. It means how or in which manner or in what manner it is done, like that. So Ania reads clearly. How does Ania read? Ania reads clearly. So clearly, that is the manner. The Sikhs fought bravely. How they fought? The Sikhs fought bravely. The story is well written. Now the story is well written. In which manner it is written? Well written. Vijay works hard. How does Vijay work hard? So these are the manner. The child slept soundly. So soundly, and you should not do so. These are the adverb of manners. Slowly and sadly, we let him down. So slowly, sadly, these are the adverb of manners. Vinay plays carelessly. That is also manner. Now friends, the last type of adverb, that is adverb of degree or adverb of quantity. That means how much. So we use adverbs. Sometimes it denotes the how much things, like that. So these are adverb of, these words will be known as adverb of degree or quantity. Let's have an example. Shravan is too careless. So he is very careless, like that. Shravan is too careless. Is that any better option? Any. I am fully prepared. So fully. You are absolutely correct. Absolutely. The sea is very stormy. Very. Things are quite better now. Quite. Avilash sings pretty well. Pretty. I am so glad to meet you all. So to, any, fully, absolutely, very, quite, pretty, and so. These are the adverbs, but these are the adverbs of degree or adverbs of quantity, because it denotes uh, the time, denotes the number, like how much. Okay. Now last is adverb of reason. If is hence unable to prove his honesty, and he therefore left school. So hence, therefore, like that. These are the adverbs which gives the reason. Okay. So friend, that is, these are the adverbs. Let's go to the preposition. Friends, why we use preposition? Why do we use preposition? Because whenever we have to express the position of the noun or object, we have to use preposition. For example, it is nothing but the word which used with a noun or pronoun to show its position or its relation with something. For example, there is a cow in the field. The man was stabbed with knife by the killer. Mumbai is famous for its textiles. Jawaharlal Nehru was fond of children. So relation between cow and field, Mumbai and textile, then man which was stabbed with the knife. So these relations and these positions have been given. So these things known as, these words known as preposition. Now preposition joins noun to another noun, example, or nouns to verb or noun to adjective also. Now here are some certain categories of preposition. Now let's see simple prepositions: at, by, for, from, in, of, on, out, through, till, to, up, with. These are the simple prepositions. Let's see. It means we use it in simple sentences. And let's see compound prepositions which we use in compound sentence: about, above, across, along, among, amongst, around. Okay. Before, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, beyond, inside, outside, underneath, within, without. Certain phrase prepositions are there. It means to create new phrase, we use these prepositions. That is according to, in accordance with, in place of, along with, in addition to, in spite of, away from, or on behalf of, or in behalf of, instead of, because of, in case of, on the account of, for the sake of, in favor of, with reference to, be the way of, sorry, by the way of, in order to, with regard to, like that. So these are about prepositions. Okay. Now let's go to the conjunction. Friends, as this is the very elementary level course, just I am taking very basics of all these parts of speeches. So conjunction, the word conjunction is the word who joins two words, two phrases, two clauses, or two sentences. For example, and, but. Okay. So word joins together sentences or words to make it compact and effective. So that is conjunction. Balu is good bowler and Vittal is good bowler. So that is the common error. But what is the correct sentence? Balu and Vittal are good bowlers. So Balu and Vittal. So both have joined by use of and. The man is poor, but he is honest. No, we don't have to use such way. What we have to use is the man is poor but honest. So we have to use conjunctions in an effective way. Now let's see certain types of conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions, which is used in pairs. Okay, either or. Either attend the lecture or go outside. Okay, so if someone is playing, if some students are making noise in the classroom, so teacher tell that either attend lecture carefully or leave the classroom, like that. So either take it or leave it, neither nor. It is neither useful nor ornamental. Both, and we both loved and honored him. Though he is suffering much pain, yet he doesn't complain. Whether or, I do not care whether you go or stay. I do not care whether you go or stay. Not only but also, friends, kindly use not only but also in a proper manner, because various times we use it incorrectly also. So what is the correct usage? He visited not only Agra but also Delhi. And incorrect, he not only visited Agra but also Delhi. So always keep in your mind that it is also not only the first, that not only you should use after the verb. Okay. So these are correlative conjunctions because it is used in the pair. Now let's see compound conjunctions, okay, which use to express the compound expressions. For example, in order that, in order that. The notice was published in order that all might know the facts. So in order that is the conjunction who joins two clauses. Okay. On condition that, I will forgive you on condition that you do not repeat the offense. As well as Rama as well as Govind was present there. As soon as he took off his coat, as soon as he entered the house, as if he looks as if he were tired. So friends, we have seen correlative conjunctions and compound conjunctions. But in correlative conjunctions, we have to use it in pairs, and in compound conjunctions we have to use it as it is to express to compound for the expression of compound expressions. Okay. Now coordinating conjunctions, whenever we have to join two clauses of equal rank, we have to use coordinating conjunctions. For example, and the bird fly and fish swim. So here bird and fish both having the same status, but he is slow but he is sure. Or she must take care, or she must take care of other health or she will die, like that. Still I was angry, still I kept quiet. Only he was all right, only he was tired. Else walk quickly, else you will not overtake him. So these are the coordinating conjunctions. We use this by the use of coordinating conjunctions. We use equal ranks clauses. Now certain subordinating conjunctions are also there, where one clause is important and other one is subordinate. So whenever we have to join such clauses, we have to use subordinating conjunctions. For example, because I read newspaper, because I like it. Now, what is the main main clause? That I read newspaper, that is the subordinate. What is the main or coordinate clause? That I like to read newspaper. So I read newspaper because I like it, like that. After the shower was over, the sun shone out again. After the shower was over, the sun shone out again. As he was not there, I spoke to his brother. Before, answer the first question before you proceed further, like that. If you will pass, you will pass if you work hard. Since last 12 years, I have been teaching English. Okay, so what is the main concern? That I have been teaching English since last 12 years, that is subordinate clause. So these are the conjunctions that we have to use in subordinating clauses, which are known as subordinating conjunctions. I hope you have understood. I will provide you certain examples for as an assignment purpose, and in notes also I will give you certain examples for the solution or along with the solution. So these are the conjunctions. I hope you have understood. So friends, let's move to the last part, that is part of speech, that is interjunction. Now what is interjunction? Friends, in the communication we use certain times we express the strong emotions or spontaneous emotions or strong feelings, sudden feelings. Grammatically, they do not have particular meaning. Just they are expressions. For example, hello, What are you doing there? Now the word hello, there is nothing any meaning grammatically to the word hello, but generally we start the communication with the word of hello. So that is an interjunction. Alas, he is dead. Hooray, India won the World Cup. Oh, I got such fright. Whoosh, don't make noise. Sorry, I will not behave this way in future. Well done. Now certain examples are given over here of interjection. Well done. Have a nice day. Good morning. Shut up. Get out. So these are the examples of interjunctions. Okay. Keep in your mind that whenever we use interjunction, do use exclamatory mark after the use of interjunction, because it should be used with exclamatory mark. Okay. And mostly interjunction comes at the beginning of the sentence. Okay. So keep these two things in your mind, and I hope you have understood the interjunctions. So friends, let me take the recap of today's lecture, that what we have seen. Friends, we have seen parts of speeches and second part of this lecture, out of in which we have seen four parts of speeches, that is pronoun, then we have seen preposition, then we have seen conjunction, and at last we have seen interjunction. So I hope you have understood uh, what we have seen today. Okay. And you have enjoyed, I hope you have enjoyed that. So we have completed the first topic, that is parts of speeches, and we the module 1 as well as the module 2 also. Okay. So I hope you have enjoyed a lot. In next session I will go to the next module, that is how to use articles properly. So do watch that video, and afterwards you have to go to the assignment. You have to solve that assignment, and you have to submit that assignment without fail, and afterwards you have to also fill the feedback of week first. Okay. So I hope you have enjoyed a lot. Shortly I will provide you notes and questions for exercise purpose also. So friends, thank you for attending the lecture. Thank you and happy learning.